get any fishing in this offseason?
No, I did not. My daughter turned 16 this year, so she had a big birthday party. My son turned 11. And just with the way everything lined out last year, it was just family time. So we did a big family trip.
Otherwise, but good offseason for you?
Oh, it was a great offseason. I got a chance to hang out with them. I did a lot of honeydews and yeah, just normal everyday dad stuff. A lot of drop-off and pickups and going to the grocery store.
Team-wise, what did you want to kind of see from your guys this offseason since spring football last time we saw them?
Just correct a lot of the little mistakes that we weren't getting done to our standard in the spring. There's some areas of the game that we definitely need to take big strides going into the fall. So we spent a lot of time just focusing on that, going back to day one as far as with stems and pad level and route and our route running and things of that nature.
Well, say in the specific areas that really need to work on?
We got to improve on our perimeter blocking in the screen area. That's one area that I felt like last year we didn't maximize what we needed to do. So we spent some time trying to perfect that, and then just your normal technical stuff in your route running, raising up too high as you're working toward the top of your stems, and making it easier for the DBs to see what you're doing and driving on you, not cheating, as you're getting to those last couple of steps and things of that nature.
Working with Tumine Carroll through the offseason, how has that been for your group?
Working with who?
Tumine Carroll, the new strength and conditioning.
It's been awesome, man. He's brought a presence with the guys, and I think that's definitely when we get out there and get around them in the limited times that we've had during our walkthroughs. I think that presence is showed off.
Anything you kind of wanted the receiver room in general to kind of work on the offseason?
The flexibility. Obviously you want those guys to get as strong as you possibly can get them. I wasn't too concerned with guys with weight going into this offseason, but the strength aspect of it and the flexibility aspect of it was something that we definitely tried to hone in on.
Jacoby obviously finished the season the way that he did. There was buzz about him in the spring. How's he kind of continued that through the summer and heading into fall now?
Jacoby is one of those kids that love football. So, anytime he has an opportunity to get out there and work on the details and the nuances of his game, he's definitely taking full advantage of it. One of the biggest things that he's done, too, is, he's kind of, taking more of a leadership role in the room and help, kind of steer some of the young guys as well, which has been exciting to see.
Asked Lincoln Riley in Las Vegas about having kind of two main guys with Jacoby and Mekhi Lemon versus last year. Maybe there was like 5 or 6 that could have been number one guys. When it's a little more concentrated like that, you have like two kind of more alphas in the room. How does that change things for them?
Well, I like those guys going into a game where they all think they're the alpha. That way it puts more stress on the defense, and a lot of times with some of the stuff they do, obviously guys are going to go in with a plan to try to take this away or take this particular person away. So, all of those guys need to go in with the mindset that, it's my day and it's my opportunity and let the ball find them.
When you have the depth that you do in your receiver room, does it make it a little bit more fun for you guys, for the coaches, to kind of put things together, see it unfold?
It's fun, honestly, seeing a play come to light. So, the depth definitely adds with it. All the time, each time the ball's in the air, you'll have at least 3 of them coming back to you on the sideline. Hey, I was open on that, which is usually funny, which sometimes they are. But yeah, it adds to the excitement. Especially when those guys, they put a lot of time during the summer and during camp and off season to be able to go out and play a limited amount of games. So when they do get those opportunities and success happen, it makes it fun. Not just for me as a coach, but for the group as a whole. That's been the biggest thing about this off season that's been fun to watch. These guys are really. They're competing with each other, but they're also working with each other and critiquing each other to make each other better. So,
how do you see them working with Jaden particularly?
Most of the time they're getting on his nerve and hounding him about getting out there throwing. So I feel bad for him at times because I feel like he never gets a day off because they all want to go out and he's throwing all of these balls, but you got about 8 or 10 guys running different routes on these balls, and we have to remind them sometimes, hey, man, it's a long time till camp starts. Let's not wear his arm out. So it's been good to see the relationship, not just with him, but with the relationship that they developed with Sam and Hassan out there running routes. So it's been exciting to see, and I look forward to camp to get an opportunity to really get live and go against our defense.
How important are these off-season workouts to build chemistry with the different quarterbacks from the receiver's point of view?
Well, that's the beauty of our offensive system. I mean, you don't necessarily need all 11 out there to be able to build that timing and be able to build that chemistry. So I think it's very important because a lot of times, there's not a lot of nonverbal communication happening on the field that if you don't know the play or if just from the typical fan looking at it, sometimes that you don't see. So the summer and a lot of postseason or off-season time gives guys a lot of time to get on the same page and clean some of that up.
Yeah. How's recruiting changed with the new personnel staff that were brought in earlier this year with Chad Bowden and everybody there? How's it changed the process for you?
Well, I mean, they've definitely aided in the process. I mean, nowadays recruiting seems like it's 24/7 year round. So I mean, to have a staff that kind of takes some of the pre-work as far as the class ahead off your hand and kind of narrowing guys down. So when you do get to that class, you kind of already zeroed in and know what you're working in is a tremendous time that frees up for us where we're able to direct our attention back to the guys that are on campus.
When it comes to Coach True, your strength coach, how do you know you got a good one in him?
The players is a direct reflection of that. When you get around him and his presence, and you can look at their bodies and be able to tell as well. But when you get around them and the way they respond to him, that tells you right then and there whether you got a good one or not.
Have you noticed a physical difference, like size-wise, in your guys, or how do you know?
Well, because some of the drills and some of the things that we're doing, the solidness of when they grab you and when you're kind of working around with them, you notice a difference right there.
You ever get in a workout with Coach True? Or?
No, those years in my life have surpassed me.
Thanks so much.
Can you work on hand strength too?
Yeah, you can. You can work on hand strength. You can work on balance, and you can work on hand quickness.
Sorry if someone already asked, but what's been the impact on Chad Bowden and his staff in terms of your offseason? Last week, Coach Riley talked about they took a lot off his plate and he's been able to focus on football. And on the current team, what impact have they had on your coaching over the past 6 months, say?
Well, when you're working with the guys in your current class or with the guys that you've gotten in, you're in it with them day to day. So just to have someone else come in and kind of evaluate what you have from a different perspective, be kind of like, he wrote an article. Well, he knows and he understands what's in that article. And you go over and you proofread it. And you're like, all right, hey, I think you was meaning to say this on this, or, hey, you may have left this out right here. So, I mean, it's been a good checks and balance as far as that with those guys being there. And it's also been good looking at the classes ahead. You have some guys that can sometimes take a little bit of the legwork off of you as far as, we get tons of film in every day. And that's a job within itself, just trying to sit there and go through it and figure out, okay, who do I want to recruit, and trying to compare this guy in this part of the country versus this guy in this part of the country, and their staff has done a great job of taking some of that off our hands. So now, we're able to dive into who we evaluate as our top 5 or our top 8 or who we want on our board, and keeping the lines of communications going on with all of them.